Good everyone, Sandesh here. I'm going to be reading from Infowars, and it's about the CEO, United Healthcare CEO, killer, Luigi Mangione. I think that's what his name is. This is an opinion piece. I'm going to get into it now. On Tuesday this week, Nathan Mahoney, 32 of Walker, Michigan, walked into a conference room at Anderson Express Inc. and stabbed his boss. No warning. I didn't know about this. Mahoney fled the scene and was apprehended a day later. He is now being held on a 500,000 bond for attempted murder. The victim, Eric Denslow, was airlifted to hospital in a critical condition. He is expected to survive. The case is puzzling. Mahoney had only been working at the company, a manufacturer, for a few weeks, and little about his background. A little about his little known about his background, I think that should say, at least as far as we know, suggests an obvious motive for the attempted killing. But the timing, now there's a potential clue. One clear avenue of investigation, the cop says, is that this was a copycat assassination attempt. The model being Luigi Mangione, who brutally gunned down the CEO of insurer United Healthcare in New York nearly 3 weeks ago. The motivation for the killing of Brian Thompson, we're told, was anger at the medical industry. Still doesn't shock me on the fact that this is something like this is going to happen. Someone was going to end up snapping. After Mangoni had botched spinal surgery. Wow, spinal surgery that was botched. It was like, yeah, no wonder. Although it was worth noting that neither Mangoni nor any member of his family appeared to have used United as an insurer. The target was simply, as far as we know, excuse me, appears to have used United, well, a representative of what the killer believed to be an unfair industry, an industry that had robbed him of his money, his health, and even his ability to have sex, and does the same or worse to thousands of others. Of course, it doesn't just do the worse to thousands of others. It pretty much outright bankrupts them and makes them homeless. Similarities between Mangoni and Mahoney cases are twofold at this stage. We have the type of target um, boss and a similar approach, cold, dispassionate, in from the side, behind. An assassin's approach, even if Mahoney failed to kill his target. The copycat's theory is credible, but it's still speculation. Maybe Mahoney was having a very bad day at the office and snapped. Maybe he got the wrong loot box on his favorite pay to play online shooter and decided to take out his frustration on someone else. People are strange. Copycat or not, the Mahoney case should alert us to the very possibility that others will imitate Mangoni, and not just one or two either. Indeed, the Mangoni case could serve as a template for leftist resistance during the second Trump term, individual rather than collective, specifically targeted rather than diffuse, and of course violent. But see, this is the thing is the healthcare industry is just simply not gonna it's simply not gonna care. I mean, they're just gonna carry on because at the end of the day, it's a system built on bankrupting Americans and just making their lives worse. That's what it's built upon, and they're not gonna change that whatsoever. As far as I'm concerned, I think this is certain to happen. I say this because the left, as an organized movement, or series of movements, has simply run out of steam. Even Axosis, I'll probably misspelled that one, sorry about that. I was saying so. The resistance in Goes Quiet was a headline a few weeks ago to a story that detailed the left's collective exhaustion in the wake of Trump's victory. It probably won't have escaped your notice that the leftist response to Trump's victory was nothing like 2016. There were protests, sure, but they were so low energy and so poorly attended that it it was hard not to feel a tinge of a pity. Well, the thing is, I think that the hoopla about Trump's second win and why it wasn't as bad was because of the fact that people, I think, because of the fact that people who were Democrat voters deciding, you know what, they've had enough of the cult and they're gonna take a chance and vote on Trump because of what Trump ran on. The realization that 8 years of mass mobilization against Trump has resulted in a bigger, badder version of Trump getting elected with an even broader mandate and the support of the world's richest man who now owns Twitter that must be crushing, frankly. In short, mass mobilization against Trump has failed. And so, what does that leave? Well, one thing it leaves is individual action, the man against the system, the lone wolf, Robin Hood without the merry men. That's precisely how Mangon is being portrayed right now as Robin Hood, a folk hero. He is going to look like as a folk hero because the thing is, the healthcare industry has got away with stuff like this for too long, and then they know that they're not going to change. And there's plenty of people of praise for Mangoni on account of his boyish good looks and chiseled abs. We also know some funny things happen downstairs for the so-called fair sex when a man becomes a killer. Just peer inside Ted Bundy's mailbag if you don't believe me. But we shouldn't be fooled by any of the flippant stuff we see on social media about Luigi Mangoni. There's a genuine depth of feeling that goes far, far beyond the ephemeral and horny. An image circulated on Twitter of Mangoni as a Catholic saint, halo and awe. The picture is hanging in a pizza joint in Mangoni's hometown. People are dressing up as Luigi from the Super Mario Brothers and dis- discoursing to the assembled media and anyone who will listen about the iniquities of the American healthcare system. TikTok has been awash with videos of leftists promising the retribution for bosses and CEO and company owners. The Mangani model, if you like, will be popular not just because of the absence of satisfaction to be found in leftist mass movements in the years to come, but also because it gives license to the widespread and utterly retarded worldview in which a small number of fat cats, plutocrats, and call them what you will, control everything and fix the world in their favor. This worldview is uh, prevalent on the left, but it's also found on the right too. Just kill these rich people and everything will be okay. In truth, if you want to fix the American healthcare system, you'd be MAGA at this point. You'd be willing RFK Jr. to go all the way and gut the Food and Drug administration, end the revolving door culture between regulators and industry, eliminate the vaccine schedule, get the fluoride out of the water, stop Americans eating processed food, and so on. There's corruption in America's healthcare system, all right, but it's not a bunch of monopoly men in top hats diving into swimming pools filled with drug money. It's a system that favors corporations over the American people. That's what it is. It's the corporations that are in control in conjunction with big pharma and big pharma also and as well that allows products to be introduced to the market on the basis of non-existent safety testing and treats people with ad hoc solutions that don't address the underlying causes and instead create more problems that are then treated with more ad hoc solutions and so on in a kind of endless medical regress. That's the point that they want. They don't want that cycle to just keep on going, keep on going, keep on going until you're dead or you're bankrupt. But these people, the people dressed up as Luigi, don't want that system to change. They want America to be healthy again. They want Ozempic and they want it for free. Leftists also want to feel powerful again. Luigi Mangoni showed them that they can do that, then even if their actions in truth change nothing. The thing is that it's true that actions are not going to change. because killing individual CEOs is not going to change. What's going to change is changing the system within, which is what RFK Jr. wants to do, and what that Indian professor wants to do as well. I can't remember what his name is. Tell me in the comments. But the thing is, changing the system for the better is what will bring real change. And so the thing is, Trump pretty much had to win, no matter what happened, to make things better for America. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.